Okay, man. First of all, I'm gonna start off by saying a little bit about what this interview is about and a little bit of confidentiality and stuff like that. Purpose of this interview should be to work on my skills and for further my education and a little bit of confidentiality. One of my peers, which is my classmate, will watch this video and give me feedback, and also my teacher will be watching this video. But besides that, no one else is going to watch it. So anything you say no one else will know. You don't have to say anything personal. You don't have to. If you want to stop, you can stop. You just tell me when. You don't have to answer a question if you don't want to. You just gotta let me know. So nothing's gonna be counted against you. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Amanda, obviously. I'm 20. I am currently in nursing school. I have a boyfriend. We just bought a house last September. And we have a 2-year-old daughter, so she's pretty much our world. That's how we spend our time. I work at Kroger Pharmacy as a pharmacy tech. I'm trying to get another job at the hospital, so hopefully we'll work on that before too long. That's about it.
Okay, so you can tell me what brought you here today?
Taking on all these responsibilities has definitely been stressful. I've always been a very big procrastinator, so time management has not been my strong suit.
Okay.
Which has definitely, added in a lot of stress, and, it just keeps getting worse. Pretty much, I didn't work until about last summer, so, starting to work and being away from my daughter, really affected me. And then throwing in nursing school has been a big stressor as well.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention moving to a new house and taking on the responsibility of more bills and money. Plus, going to a different school, it's more expensive than what I'm used to. So, coming up with money for that as well hasn't been easy. So, I just need to learn how to manage my money as well as my time with my family, time in school, and time at work as well.
Okay, so what you're telling me is, all this new stuff is coming up, like a new job. You just started working, got a house, in school, you're trying, you're in the nursing program, so that's probably pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just causing a lot of stress.
Yeah, it's just, something I definitely need to work on to manage everything going on.
Okay. And how long do you think this has been going on?
Well, after I had my daughter, I don't think I was really depressed, but there was a little bit of postpartum depression, I think.
Okay.
But it wasn't really towards her. It was really towards everybody else. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to do anything. I just want to be with her. So that kind of, stressed my relationship with my boyfriend and, just kind of made things a little bit difficult with that. So that's probably when it started, but it got a little bit better, like I said, until I had to start working. So then that kind of, I was away from her. I was away from him. Thankfully, I started working in the summer, so I got to adjust to work and then school.
Mm-hmm.
But once I started nursing school a little bit more, it got a little bit tougher then. And plus, my job, they work around my schedule, but sometimes they don't, so that makes it harder.
Okay. And how often do you think, the stress, how often do you feel like you get stressed out over stuff?
Pretty much every day.
Is it something that happens easy, you get stressed out over the small things, or is it just the big things like we discussed?
Everything.
Everything?
Pretty much, yeah. If something little happens, it's still going to stress me out. It's still going to bother me. I don't know if it's because it's adding on to everything else, or if it's just, but the little things do bother me.
Okay. And how much does this interfere with your life overall? I know you mentioned a little bit about it, but, does it?
Quite a bit. It's getting better. Because I've been learning a little bit more how to, spend time with my family and then separate that from school. But, it still adds up and it's still overwhelming sometimes because it's just everything at once seems to happen. So.
Do you think you could give me a specific time when this has happened? Something happened, you felt stressed out. It could be school related, work related, or.
Well, recently my work has been wanting me to work a lot more. I've had a test every week the past couple of weeks. So I haven't been spending time with my daughter, or my boyfriend. I've been away from them a lot. So that's really been overwhelming, and I've had to do really good on these tests, or I knew I wasn't going to pass these classes. So, that was definitely stressful. So.
Was you able to get through your classes, going through that stuff?
Yeah, I passed both of them.
Passed both of them? That's good.
And so hopefully this summer will be kind of a breath of fresh air to get over some things and get a little bit.
How has this developed over time?
I've never really got stressed out over stuff as much, but I also haven't been dealing as much stuff.
Okay.
In high school, I would kind of stress over stuff, but it was just little stupid stuff. Cheerleading, school, whatever. But, actually I had to grow up a lot faster than most people my age do. I was taking on a lot of responsibilities. So, growing up and taking on more responsibilities, it really adds to stress, and it starts getting bigger things are stressful, not just the little things anymore. So, like I said, especially, I have to get through school or we're not going to have money. So, falling back on that too, money's a huge problem.
Mm-hmm. And so money's a big stressor for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever attempted to deal with it in the past?
Not really. I haven't really talked to anybody about it, or
You never thought of looking for help, or you just kind of try to do it with yourself?
Yeah, kind of both. I didn't really know who to talk to. I would talk to my family, I would talk to my boyfriend, but I never really sought out help for it. Just
when you talked to your parents or your boyfriend, how did that go? Was it any help towards you?
It was, yeah. I mean, it's good to just get everything out, but at the same time, not all of them know what I'm dealing with. Yeah. They don't all relate to me, so that's hard too.
They might not take you, serious like somebody else would. Okay. What do you think if you were talking to your parents or boyfriend and about your stress and everything that's going on, what did work?
Honestly, sometimes just sitting in a room and crying kind of gets it all out. Like I said, talking about it and just working through it. But, at the same time, there's your rebound there too, where you just feel really bad about things too.
Okay. Say we're looking to the future. What do you think your life will look like if this issue was resolved today?
Well, obviously everybody's going to deal with stress, but once I'm out of school, once we're financially stable, once, I have a good, stable job that we make good money, we have a house that, we can obviously afford. Like I said, obviously I'm going to be stressed, and nurses deal with a lot of stress as well. But I think a big part of my stress will be gone because I'm not worried about making it through school. I'm not worried about when I'm going to see my family. I'm not worried about paying the bills on time, as well as working a part-time job and when I'm going to have time for everything.
Okay. How do you think you will know when you're starting to resolve this problem? Do you think you'll know it, or you think it's just something that's going to happen, you won't even notice it, you'll just all happen at once?
Kind of both, probably. I mean, like I said, money is a big issue for it. So once we're stable and we are, things don't keep adding up anymore, and all this stuff isn't just put on my shoulders anymore, I think it's going to gradually get better. So once we're done with school and everything, I think that part of it will go away.
Feel like you got a lot of pressure on your shoulders right now?
Yeah,
everything
definitely.
Going on? Okay. What resources have you drawn upon in the past to solve the problem? Besides the parents of the boyfriend, what other kind of resources, any kind of hobby you use or to get your mind off something?
Not really. There's definitely things that could help. I like spending time with my friends when I can. I'm just getting out of that, making myself get out of the house and go do stuff. Sometimes, it actually makes me feel better, even though I don't think it would.
Okay.
Walking.
Walking.
Just getting a breath of fresh air every now and then and getting out in the open.
Okay, but how do you typically solve problems that are besides the your problems are going right now, like this like small problem? How do you typically solve it?
Well, usually I try and talk about it, with whoever's involved or, somebody that I think can help me. Usually get to the root of the problem and then just try to work our way up from there, depending on what it is. Hopefully it's something that's pretty solvable.
Yeah. What do you believe like your greatest personal like resources? Who do you think will be the best person to go to when you're having the problem?
Definitely my boyfriend. He's always been very supportive of school. He's been there for me when I need him, even if it's 3 o'clock in the morning studying with me. He helps obviously take care of our daughter with everything. He's there, anytime I need him, anytime I'm stressed out and crying, like he's always there, to be a shoulder to cry on and, to just help me walk through it and figure out what's wrong and tell me it's going to be okay. So.
Okay, you say on a scale of like 0 to 10, you said you just finished the semester, you passed both your classes. Mm-hmm. So what would you say your stress level is like right now?
It's gone down a lot. Yeah, probably still about a 4, just because, like I said, money is still in the back of my head. And getting this new job, hopefully, that's stressed me out a little bit just because I'm not sure what I'm going to expect. I'm not sure, if they're going to work with my school schedule. I don't want to leave my current job. So that's part of it too. And then just being with my family, but I'm glad that we have this summer to actually, just relax together and spend time together.
So pretty much the biggest stressor for you is money?
Money and getting through school.
Getting through school, okay.
Which I guess kind of goes hand in hand.
Mm-hmm. So tell me a little about some of the money. What kind of, what's your financial situation right now?
Well, we both have credit cards, which I probably shouldn't have gotten. But, so working on paying those off. And then I don't make hardly any money at my current job. So, the money that I do bring in is gone like that. I've never really paid bills. My parents have always pretty much helped me with everything. So now, now that I'm on my own and, we are paying utility bills and everything, gas and it's
so,
just,
it's pretty much like you went from, doing nothing to doing a lot. So, yeah.
They've always, taken care of me and they've always paid for everything. And then, also having a kid, they're pretty expensive.
Yeah, that is expensive.
So that thrown into everything else, it's been tough to get used to as well as adjust.
Okay. So, let's say we will come up with like an overall goal to achieve. What do you want that goal to be?
Like finishing school or
with the stress. Like
something to
I know it's something you can't really, just get rid of one day.
Right.
But if you had a goal, you set a goal and you wanted to achieve that, what do you think your goal would be?
Not to worry about the little things.
Things?
Yeah. Obviously, I'm going to stay stressed out about this stuff, but I don't need it to bother me as much. And I need to quit procrastinating and putting stuff off until the last minute and start studying every day and start spending time with my family and not just, like I said, I'm obviously tired when I get off work, so I just want to lay there. But, I need to do stuff little by little instead of just putting it all off on one night.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come up with a couple of action plan, a couple of the actions to help you achieve this goal. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you what to do. We want to find something that you would be interested in doing and willing to do, to help better yourself.
Okay.
So what do you think one of the action would be to help you achieve this goal? To not procrastinate as much,
right.
So you wouldn't get out of school.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely, study every night, start cleaning up the house little by little every night. If I have different errands to do or different things to do, spread them out, not wait until the last minute to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Same with money, start paying bills little by little. Don't leave them off all at once. Because that's a huge chunk of money rather than spread it out over the month.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, spend more time with my family as time allows. So, so
And what would you say? What would your second action be? Like, besides what the first one, would you say, something to do with, you overall, just you to help with your stress and not everything else? Like, is there anything like you want to, start doing, or anything, that
yeah,
you
I
wish
thought
you
about
could do?
starting to like work out or
Work
start
out.
to, a lot of people say that's a really big stressor,
Mm-hmm.
or not stressor, but they do that
Yeah.
to get rid of
Mhm.
stress. So I've thought about doing that, starting to work out. I've maybe even thought about like looking into yoga or something
Yoga.
to just kind of calm me and stuff like that. And like I said, going on walks and physically, I feel like there's a lot of things that I could start doing to help me get over.
Do you have like any friends that work out or go on these
I have
hikes?
a couple close friends that live here.
Okay.
I think they would start doing that with me, if I needed them to or wanted them to.
Are you really close with your friends?
Some of them.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, once I got pregnant, I kind of lost a couple of them,
Mhm.
but I have probably 2 or 3 really good friends. So, and there's only one that lives here for the most part, but we've been closer. So, and she, she understands a little bit of what I'm going through. So, she's been there to kind of help me through it too.
So you talk regularly with them, you try to see them when you can, and stuff
yeah,
like that.
We text pretty much every day and see each other, at least on the weekends, if not more. So, and she'll just sit there and talk to me, and we'll work things out. And she's always there for me, so that definitely helps.
Okay. So you feel like this goal and these actions are something that you could, accomplish?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I mean, they're definitely something that if I put my heart and mind to, that are definitely something that could be accomplished. I just need to do it.
Okay. And how long do you want this this timeline to be to achieve this goal? Like, I know you're still in school, so it's gonna be a couple of years, but what about like the small things, like the first action you want to do, like the picking up stuff, like doing stuff every night instead of holding it off until
probably about 6 months or so.
About 6 months.
That gets me through the summer to kind of,
to really work on it.
Yeah, to not have school on the back of my head and have to stress about that. So that gives me a little bit to get used to cleaning up the house and getting everything organized, and then even, that would work on my time management for when school does start back.
Okay. And since we're talking about, the 6 months ahead and hopefully getting your goal accomplished, do you have a picture of like an idea of like how your life would be if, you accomplish this?
Yeah. I mean, I think I would be a lot happier. I would be, I would want to do more things. I'd be a lot more relaxed. I think I would accomplish more because I wouldn't be stressing out constantly if I'm going to get stuff done or if stuff's going to get paid for.
Do you feel like you get, good support from family and friends and your classmates and stuff like that?
I'm close to one of my classmates for the most part. So, yeah, and she's older than me, which, kind of helps because she gives me advice from what she's been through as well. Both my parents, they had kids young. They were married young. So they went through a lot. They understand where I'm coming from. My mom's a nurse as well. She went to nursing school after she had kids. So she gets that. She gets how hard it is. And then, like I said, my boyfriend's always been supportive. He might not think that the things I get upset about are stupid sometimes, but he still understands, and he's still always there for me. So I definitely think I have the support that I need to accomplish everything.
So do you feel like your friends could help you achieve this goal? Like overall, you think you could, get with them and see if they would be willing to, go work out with you? And
yeah, I definitely think, a couple of them especially would be there, and they want me to go work out with them anyway, so it would just kind of work out, and I'm sure it would be a stress relief for them as well. So.
Okay, so with this goal and these actions set, we have a, you feel like you can achieve it. So that's what we're going to work on for, what you say, the next 6 months is what you want to do? Okay. So is there anything else, that you want to talk about? Like, do you want to talk a little bit more about, your stress or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, because that's mainly my problem because I'm, just constantly stressed out about stuff. I haven't really found something that completely relieves it. I haven't found something that helps me completely, get over it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm always going to be stressed out over stuff. That's just a human nature thing. But I feel like I get stressed out a lot more than normal people do. So, which, like I said, I do have a lot going on. So I feel like it's understandable to an extent, but I do need better ways to manage it.
Is your boyfriend very supportive of you, and does he cause some of the stress or anything like that?
Sometimes. I mean, we obviously argue about things sometimes. A couple doesn't.
Okay.
But, at the end of the day, like, we obviously love each other, and he's always going to be supportive of me. Mainly because he wants me to graduate school and I'm supporting it. But, but no, seriously, he's been awesome. He's, been there through everything and makes me feel secure about myself. And, I mean, yeah, sometimes I do get stressed out over our fights or silly arguments or stuff, but overall, he's been more helpful getting over it than.
What about you said you have a 2-year-old daughter?
Yes.
Okay. Is she kind of a stressor, or is she a stress reliever? Or
both at times, yeah. I mean, of course, she's gonna stress me out and drive me crazy sometimes. If I can't study or if I can't get the house clean or if she wants something, and yeah, so she just goes crazy sometimes. But at the same time, when she hugs me and says "I love you, mommy," it's the complete opposite. So I do like spending time with her the most as I can because it does make me feel better about everything. Everything just kind of goes away for that moment when she's asleep.
So how long was you, how old was she before you started working?
She wasn't quite 2. I guess she was like 1.5.
So for that whole, first half year, you was pretty much with her every day, all the time.
Yes, I did not leave her at all.
So that could be, pretty big stressor right there.
Definitely.
You have to do that.
I was used to seeing her all the time, every day. Like you said, spending all my time with her. To, there's some days I don't even see her because I have to drop her off, and then I work until 9 o'clock at night. So I'll see her a little bit before she goes to bed. Excuse me, but not much. So that is definitely something that bothers me at times because, we had such a big bond, which we still do, but it's still hard sometimes to just, not see her as much as I was used to. So.
And it is, there's getting away from her sometimes now. Like, she's getting, she's 2, so we get the terrible 2s. So, sometimes she can be probably a little hard to handle.
She can, but not really. And I think it's just because I don't see her as much, so I like to spend as much time with her as I can. But I mean, yeah, there's definitely times where she's just completely overwhelming and nothing I do pleases her, and she just throws fits, and obviously that's gonna not stress me out, but it's gonna bother me as well because I feel like there's nothing I can do. So there definitely are times that it's good to just get away from her and have time to myself and just kind of let go of everything for a little bit. But overall, she helps more than causes it.
Really? Okay, that's good. Just got a couple minutes left, so I didn't really talk about your school that much. So can you tell me a little about your school?
Yeah, I just finished 2 classes before I can actually start the nursing program through the University of Louisville. I will be starting that. Well, I should be starting that in the fall, which I know will be extremely stressful then. But these classes, I've never had anything compared to them. I had to pretty much study every single day and still worry about failing the test. So that was definitely hard, but I love doing them. I loved going to class. I loved listening about them. So that's definitely helps to be able to go and learn about things that I wanted to learn about. So, but once I start school in the fall, it's Monday through Friday. So there's another stressor to add on to it.
And how long? Like, is it all day throughout Monday through Friday? Or?
I'm not completely sure yet. They've changed all the curriculum for it, so they haven't really released what times, but they were saying basically 9 to 4 every day.
So that means that could cause, less work, which means more stress for money.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. So
Well,
I'm hoping to find a job just on the weekends, but not many places do that. So that's another thing to
and
worry
you said
about.
you're about to try to get another job.
Yeah, there's a job at the hospital doing transport, which I've applied for. I just haven't heard anything back yet.
Okay.
The pay is about $4 more than I'm making now.
So that would
definitely
help
help.
a lot.
Yeah.
Even if you're not working as much.
Mm-hmm. And I know somebody that does that, and they have talked about how lenient they are with school schedules. And I think that would give me, patient interaction too, to help with nursing school. So I think definitely if I get that job, it would be something that would benefit me in multiple ways.
Okay. Well, hopefully, over the summer and the next 6 months you work on these things helps you, progress towards your goal, and hopefully you can achieve it. So you're, do good in school. You won't stress out as much, because once you get in that school, through that nursing program, it's gonna be tough. So,
right.
So hopefully we can get these stressors, the small things out of the way, to where you can be ready for it. Like that. Anything else you'd like to say?
I don't think so.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Push pause.